Namaskar. Welcome to Sculptor's Take. The idea behind this talk would be to talk about the rich sculptures created by the lineage of sculptors of our country since various dynasties and civilizations. I would mainly concentrate and talk about a sculptor's perspective and not discuss about the various beings or being of a sculpture. Today I'm going to talk about a very finely created sculpture. This sculpture goes back to the Chola dynasty. This is a sculpture when the Cholas were at their peak. This would be around 1100th century. This sculpture is a description of Shiva and Shakti. It is Ardhnarishwara. And when we see Ardhnarishwara, it is Ardh, Ada, Nari, the woman, Aurat, and Ishvara, the God himself. So, Shiva says that Shakti is a balancing energy in him. Hence, this sculpture has the essence of the masculine and the feminine energies, the balance of both. This sculpture, as I said, goes back 1100 centuries. 1100 around, and the height of this sculpture is 16 inches. This is created in bronze and has a vertigreen patina. If you have a closer look at the sculpture, you can see the left side is all female and the right side of the sculpture is the male. The male part has an axe in one hand and the other hand is mounted on Nandi, the bull. Nandi, the Vahana of Shiva. Which here the sculpture shows the very trust of Shiva on Nandi as he has balanced himself on the mount of Nandi. The Nandi has Rudraksh and a bell there, ornamented. Also, you see on the male side here, you do not see the crown in the top. On the male side, you have the yogi locks, and on the male side, you see the head of the stake, which is encircled around Shiva's neck. This is the warrior, the strength of the male part. On the contrary, on the female part, the right side of the sculpture, you see more sensuous forms, the Tribhangi, the jewelries, the earrings, the big bangles, the drapery till the ankles, and you see the hands as if the fingers are moving, playing some sort of instrument. I'm sure there was an instrument in the fourth hand. The fourth hand is not visible. It's not here in the sculpture. Maybe it's lost in transit. I do not think the sculptor would do two hands to a male section and one hand to a female section. That is just not how a sculptor would think. One more very important aspect of this sculpture is that instead of the Trishul, like three arrows, it has a Trishul which is like a half moon, a crescent, which usually is on the Shiva's head. I, as a sculptor, believe that because of the connotations, the headgear, the crown was there, and the sculptor took this liberty to do the half moon as part of the Trishul. I say this also because if you see at the outer sides of the Trishul, you see the water waves, right? Yes. So the Chandrama is a crescent, and the center is like a sword, which you also see as a khanda now. But this was created 1100 years back, much before many other religions were there, right? Also, the base is slightly uplifted. It has two sections of bases in that sense, which means the sculptor wanted to give extra respect and extra sense of belief the sculptor had, and hence the extra base is there to give it a higher level. Yes, to give it a higher level. This sculpture is a 16 inches height sculpture with a vertigreen patina to it, and this is a lost wax process sculpture. You only see the front side of it. You do not see the back of the sculpture because images are not available. These images belong to a museum, even though the sculpture was made in India. It's an Indian sculpture. Unfortunately, it is no work in our country. For anyone who would love to have a replica of this sculpture, please do contact me. I'll be most happy to be part of the sculpting journey to reach from museums, from heritage, our heritage, to our homes. And I hope it carries on this way even when we are not around. These sculptures today are 100 years old. This one, it would be 2000 years old, plus 5000 years old. And the beauty is that what a sculptor created then is so much true today also, for us to still understand and learn more and follow the path of the beautiful heritage of the essence, the saying of the sculpture, and the making, the creation of sculpting. Thank you very much from Sculptor's Take. Shukriya. Thank you.